when I met this guest a million years ago, it was during a time period of my life where all my friends were over the internet, and that's totally fine. I'm proud of that. All my friends that I have over the internet are actually my best friends today that I got to see in real life. But when you meet people, I always say look at the people around them, look at where they're going, look at where they've been, look at what they're doing with themselves, and so on and so forth. Look at the way people are reacting to them, not just the way you're reacting to them, right? When I think about this guest, and I think about the people that I know who know him, they always have had nice things to say about him. They've always had something incredible to say about him. People love talking about him in the best way possible, and they always love telling stories about him that always reflect good things. One of our last guests, Amanda Frank, said, "Hey, I know somebody who would actually be on the show." She had no idea I had my eye on this guy for over a year, because Amanda said I think he would be really good on the show. I said I've known him for a minute, so I'd actually like to have him on the show. So Amanda actually ripped the band-aid off and had the guts to actually ask him, besides me asking him. Which, by the way, I love when we outsource, but that was really scary. Um, I love outsourcing. I love community. I love it when people ask questions, but still, that was terrifying. But anyways, so this guest actually is somebody who I'm really proud of. He's not only an amazing fighter, he's actually an amazing friend, really talented in a multitude of different ways, multifaceted, a music lover, but a very unique kind of music lover, and I think you guys will see this in this episode. So it's a good day for bad audio. I hope you enjoy.
This freestyle fighter stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, fighting out of Houston, Texas. Here is Matty Ice Costello.
So here's the thing. It takes place after 8, but so far I'm not getting any, like, I haven't, again, I'm only 2 hours in.
I'm gonna buy it now.
Yeah. But so far I haven't seen any references to the last game. So, I don't know.
What game is this again?
Resident Evil Requiem, the new one, it just came out.
Ethan, there's a new guy named Ethan. They get hit with this mold. The baby's turned out to be made of mold that he has a wife. They have a baby. It's turned out to be that biomass of evil mold. So she's a baby with psychic powers now, and she's
and like he has a healing ability.
Oh, she has a healing ability now. Okay, that's first.
Well, you remember in 8 how he lost his leg, and then he just attached it back on.
I love that part.
And then
with the
freak, like.
But like, you get pissed off at first. Like, what the fuck is he doing?
And then he's fine.
Find out he's just mold.
Yeah.
He's just mold.
Like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Because listen, he went through a lot in that game. The freaking vampire lady, what's her name? Lady something.
Lady D, but I have a big theory about her later I want to talk about.
Okay, don't forget that thought. But there's a part where doesn't he like get impelled?
Yeah.
And then like he survives the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, but then towards the end of the game, it's like, that's why you're not dead.
Yeah, but I just thought it was like, okay, it's just stupid video game logic because it's Resident Evil.
Yeah.
And it said,
no, they actually they threw some logic at you, like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
That's what made me remember Ethan, even though he didn't have a face.
Yes. Yeah. What was your theory about Lady D?
When Lady D was announced, and all this, remember how the stigma was against big women, big tall women that like, ew, they're disgusting, all that. As soon as she showed up, no one said anything bad. No one did anything.
Bro, new fetishes were created after that.
100%.
Okay, like, and actually, I just seen a small interview of the voice actress for Lady D.
Oh my god!
And basically saying how like she had just got out of college and like it was completely by, if I'm not mistaken, it was like completely by accident. It's not something that she was really ready for. Like she just went in like, hey, why don't you just do this voice acting thing? And she did it. she's not a gamer. She wasn't aware. I don't want to lie, but like she wasn't aware of the popularity of Resident Evil, and she
That's
did.
incredible. That
Wanted to-
that is amazing.
But yeah, basically she came in, she did the voice acting. They dropped the trailer. The game wasn't finished. They
Real. Oh
dropped the
wow.
trailer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
So because they were still in the process of making the game, but I guess they were able to do some cutscenes. Okay. They did the voice acting, and then it just exploded. And they came back at her like, "Hey, people are freaking out, losing their minds. They have a crush already on the character that you play. People are already creating like these pages, like about,
I was there.
and she
Yes, I
she
was there.
did she
I was there. Yes, I remember that. That was fun.
My history.
I was there. I was there.
it was probably you that created that page.
Yeah, it probably was. Let's be honest. I don't know if I created it, but I definitely brought the hype.
But what was crazy is that after, because she wasn't allowed to like speak about it, like, hey, if people ask you, you can't say what do they call it, an NDA.
Yes.
And so, but it really took her by like it threw her off. Like she did not expect the like for her character to get as big as it did.
Worth it.
Like I said, new fetishes were created. Like, yes, step on my neck.
I just wanna throw this out. I just want to throw this out there. Like, look, my wife is like 6'3". My wife is like six. My wife is like 6'3". She played basketball in school. Like, she's absolutely incredible. She's tall. She's beautiful. She's talented. She has a heart. She has a soul. She's artistic. She's everything you possibly want. I'm a little angry at the fact that everyone just finally decided, hey, I think tall women are actually hot, because I'm just like, I was here before you showed up.
100%, yeah.
I opened up shop.
Mm-hmm.
I have
You've been in
capital
the
here.
game.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, because like, look, it is what it is. Like, look, I'm 6'1". Like, I'm 6'1". I'm not the tallest in my family, mind you, but like I'm 6'1", right? And like the thing is, this like you always hear girls saying like, "Oh, tall guys," but you never hear a man who's like, you never hear a man outwardly say like, "Man, a tall woman's just very attractive," which is funny because like if you go back in time, like a tall woman was sought after because a tall woman meant like you were a model, you were skinny, you were
Oh
fat.
yeah.
But like, look, like I feel like that guy from Game of Thrones was the big lady. Like I've been that guy for 10+ years, and I'm happy about it.
You guys, I've been that guy for over 5 years.
So
She-Hulk.
always-
She-Hulk. She-Hulk. Praise be She-Hulk. That's all I'm saying.
would I prefer a short girl over a tall girl? Yes.
Yes.
But I don't know what happened because this just now happened. Don't ask me what happened. But now I suddenly have a thing for like they call them muscle mummies. Like
Look at your line of work. Look
Yes.
at you're surrounded by beautiful
like,
women all the time.
100%. But
Of
like,
course, you like those women.
listen, I'm trying to be respectful as possible.
Okay,
But look
okay,
at Rhea Ripley.
Yes, absolutely.
Like beautiful, but like her body, like freaking crazy physique. Like
Yes,
Mhm.
like and then what's that? There's another woman in WWE, blonde hair, shorter.
Ivy Nile.
But yes, like freaking like dude, she was doing an interview and I guess somebody took a picture of her from the back. Her back is just like freaking
Oh wait.
Ju-
You're talking about Jordan Grace.
that one, yes.
Jordan Grace, yeah.
I kept forgetting.
I know all of them. I know all of them. I know all of them.
He has a list. He has a list.
He just
Hold
has
on,
a muscle
hold on,
definition
hold
of
on,
paper.
hold
Yeah.
on. Hold on. What year? What year? No, Jordan's absolutely gorgeous though. You're right. Jordan's just
Oh,
yeah.
gorgeous, yeah.
Of course, women that are in shape. I mean, but like now it's like if they because like I see so many guys like, oh, I don't like muscular women, and it's like, what do you like? Are okay? Like, are you in like when you say that? Like, are you like? Is there like a certain level? Like, is there a line? And like once they cross that line, because listen, I'll admit there's some cases where it's like, okay, that's like overdone.
That's unhealthy.
That person,
It's unhealthy. It's just,
yeah,
it's
100%. That
unhealthy.
person is definitely on steroids.
Yes.
That's just not. But then there's like, okay, this person like actually like natural, but still very attractive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I have the similar story like he does. And we were in a group chat on Xbox, and everyone said like, "How can you like muscly women?" Like, because it's still a woman.
It's yeah. I mean, yeah, but like
Yeah.
Like,
also,
it's like a man. Like,
yeah.
I told him, dude, if you're thinking of a man when you're looking at that woman, you're just gay.
Just wrong with you. Yeah, it's you.
Well, I mean, I was gonna say something a little bit more tamed, but I hang off on a limb when I say this, but like a lot of insecurity plays a big factor in like
Oh
what
yeah,
men.
dude, that was
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was the first thing I was gonna say. Like, okay, are you insecure? Like, does it
yeah,
just bother
like
you that a woman like worked for that?
yeah, like I mean,
And
but like I mean, that
you
goes with
know,
that goes with anything. Like I know people who are just like I'm not gonna say what it was or like what my relationship to the person was, but I think you could put two and two together. But like I knew somebody who was just like it's so attractive when a girl plays guitar. And I'm
What?
like, yeah, it's so unattractive when a girl plays guitar. And like, he didn't know what I knew in that moment because he didn't know like all the female guitar players that I was like literally very much so attracted to. But like, I want to just throw this out there. Like, I've been married, I've been in this relationship for 5 years. We've been engaged for like two. And like, I have had like obviously like really good conversations about this with my wife about like attraction and stuff like that. And the conversation comes up like, okay, like what wrestler do you find attractive? Like this is just an example. This is a few months ago, right? I told her like, oh, I think Io Sky is absolutely beautiful. I think Io
that's the
Sky.
girl that does this.
Yeah, she does this.
That
Io Sky.
does. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
think Io
yeah.
Sky
Oh
is.
yeah, yeah. She's
I
beautiful. Yeah,
think Io Sky.
100%.
I think Io Sky is beautiful. I think that for all intents and purposes, I find it funny. Like I don't. I've gotten to a point right now in my life where I'm actually attracted to what the woman could do, not just like
Mm.
what she looks like. So when I
Oh yeah,
see,
absolutely.
like, I'm not saying that everybody has to be like me, and I understand the insecurity part because I have my insecurities too. But like, I've noticed a lot of men, especially younger men, that they don't like certain things about women because they want that certain thing in themselves and they can't get it. So
Mm.
like, it can go into a lot of other things, right? So it's like, I don't like a woman who has money. It's like, well, dude, you can't even afford a biggie bag from Wendy's right now. What are you talking about? Like,
Yeah.
shouldn't you pine after a woman who's like financially secure? Like, shouldn't you? I mean, like that's at least my point of view on it, right? Like, I think about it this way, right? Like, I like my one of the things I was very attracted to my wife about, not just physically, but like emotionally. She's a baker, and like I being somebody who worked in kitchens, if you told me to bake something right now, put a gun to my head and say bake cookies, I would just say pull the trigger right now. I'm gonna die because I can't bake for nothing, right? I can put my mind to cooking absolutely anything. I cannot bake to save my life. But she's a scientist. She's incredible. She makes bread. She makes pastries. She makes anything. You put flour and eggs in front of her, she can make something delicious. It's incredible, right? That's the point I'm trying to make. Like a lot of men need to realize that, like, especially younger men, I should say, like younger than us. You know what I mean? They should like at least take a step back and be like, okay, like what do I want from a woman that I want for myself? Like if I want to be in good shape, maybe I should find a woman at a gym. If I want to be better at guitar, maybe a woman who's good at guitar actually might be good with me because we could just sit down and play guitar for 3 hours straight and then do other things. But you know what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying. Like that's my point.
Yeah.
It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree 100%. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's a good outlook, I would say. And people don't, and people ain't gonna listen.
So when it comes to like guitar, so it's weird, like, and it's not like, oh, I don't want to listen to that. No, I just, a lot of the music that I listen to for the most part is like just a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
Spirit Box and Poppy, those are probably the two artists that I listen to where they have like a female like doing music.
Yeah.
But there's a guitarist. I I'm I feel like you know her. She just became, and when I say just became, like maybe 2 years ago, or was it a year ago? Maybe a year ago. She joined Smashing Pumpkins.
I know what you're talking about. Oh
The
wow.
Asian dude,
Yes.
freaking, she's awesome, dude.
Yes,
Like
she's
the
incredible.
stuff that
No,
the stuff
she's
that she does. And then there's another guitarist. I keep forgetting her last name, but her name
yeah.
is Naya something.
If you guys, yeah, to the people who are watching at home, if you guys came here to hear names of people, we are not the people to be sitting around
Yeah,
right now.
I'm bad.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
yeah.
terrible with names. Like I know the artist, but I'm terrible with names.
Oh,
Just
and
honestly.
then the guitarist for well, she's the lead singer, but also the guitarist for Hellstorm.
Hellstorm is really good. That's what I'm
She
thinking of.
okay.
That's what I was thinking of. Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I was like, no, it's not. I was like, no, it's not. It's not Hellstorm. That's stereotypical. But the guitar store, no, Hellstorm's guitar player. I've had a crush on that woman since
She's a freaking
I've had a crush on that woman forever.
I seen a video of her Loudwire, because Loudwire does a thing where it's like a artist plays their favorite riffs. She
Yeah.
did one of those videos.
Mm.
And man, she could freaking play, man.
No, but Gerard was wife. was in a band and she was a bass player.
Mm,
I will hold this down till the day I die. She was actually a really good bass player. She was in the wrong band.
mm,
She was in the wrong band. Like she actually
okay.
was really good. Like if you actually hear the playing, you look at the music and stuff like that. She actually was a really good bass player. She was in the wrong band for a very long time, and I'm not gonna get into that
Mm,
band's history right now because it's a long story. But like, I feel so bad. Like
yeah.
there's good players in really bad bands.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Also,
Of
we were
course.
talking about John Five a few minutes ago. I'm just gonna throw this out there. John Five did not need to be in Manson as long as he was. He was so much more talented.
I only know him because where he was in Marilyn Manson's band, but I seen a lot of his like solo stuff. Man, the guy, he's a freaking good. Like he's
He's
solid, man.
incredible. He's
He's freaking,
incredible.
and he's got crazy guitars. He's
He
got
does.
crazy guitars.
He does.
And like dude, he can pretty much do like he played country, blues, jazz. Like I seen videos of him like playing like not just metal and rock.
Yeah.
Pretty much do it all.
So I heard John Five was gonna be the guitar player for Rob Zombie,
Mm,
and I did a rabbit hole, and he was actually on that metal show that VH1 had for a long time, which
uh-huh.
they really need to bring that back. That show was so fucking good. I miss that show so much. I got introduced to so many good musicians, except Ted Nugent. Um,
The
except
Nugent was
Ted,
never.
I hate that's another story for another day. But like, yeah, yeah, no, Ted was not a good man by any means. Like I did not like
He
that
jumped
man.
into the right bag of cocaine with the right guys.
Yeah, like that's yeah. He liked young women. He really did. He liked like super young women, like barely 15. Just gonna throw that out
Yes,
there. So
I'm not gonna go
yeah,
with
I'm
that.
not. Yeah,
I
all right.
got
So
it.
listen, I'm not. I'm gonna say this real quick because I just shout out Cinema Salem. Right next to Cinema Salem is another shop called Residency Records. They actually have a bin of vinyl that is literally people who have been canceled, and half of it is Ted Nugent albums. And I fucking love it. And I love that store. I will support their business for the rest of my days. But I will say this. You know, I don't even want to say this anymore. Going back to John Five. John
Yeah, yeah.
Five.
John Five, John Five. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
all
Let's
right,
go
John
back.
Five. All right, John Five, right? John Five was on that metal show, right? And
Yeah.
on that metal show, you actually have like the stage. You could just like sit there and play in between breaks, stuff like that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like Matthew just said, it's kind of crazy because like he was sitting there and he was just ripping, but like he was doing country, he was doing blues, he was doing like all this like crazy stuff. He was doing like really intricate
Mhm.
stuff. And then it was funny because like the guy after the show, they always interview their guests and they always like have like a little like what's your gear, like tell me about your setup, so on and so forth, right? And the guy was just like, where's your influences come from? And he was just like, oh, when I was growing up there was a show called Yeehaw, or what's it called, Yeehaw. It was like Yeehaw
Mm.
maybe, or something like that. It was like a country show. It was a country show, but it was like a
Mhm.
variety show, and it was like
Oh
country
yeah,
musicians would come. Country like it was Yeehaw, I think it was called. I think,
it's
but
something like that. I know
yeah,
what you're
but like it
talking
was
about.
a country variety show, and kids would just, like everybody would come there and just like play and stuff like that, and they were just like playing and do all this stuff. So that's how he learned his licks and he learned like his like scales and stuff like that. Was from watching that show because he watched the show and he's just like, I want to do that, and that's the thing. He became one of the most influential metal guitar players of all time from a country show. Which this is, I
That's
say,
crazy.
art. Listen, art comes from a lot of different places, but also
Oh yeah.
what influences art is even crazier.
My favorite guitarist and singer is Claudio Sanchez from Coheed and Cambria.
I love Claudio. We have to have him on the
Mm.
show one day.
I read his comic books. I only had two of them, but they were so freaking good.
Yeah, Claudio's incredible. He's one of my favorite
Time
people.
Consumer is my all-time favorite song of all time. My God,
Yeah.
Time Consumer. The one about Mia and his daughter in the comic books where they get taken over by the alien, so he has to kill them with a
Yeah.
hammer.
You guys gotta help me out here. What album had Dark Side of Me? What album was that?
What's one?
It's a song like I gave my everything for all the wrong things.
Oh, I think
Dark Side
I
of Me,
think
what album was that? Alright, you know what? Hold on
probably
a
her
second.
second album, the third album before
Hold on a
Good
second.
Eye Sniper.
Yes,
Oh,
that's the one. Hold on one second. Wait. Hey Google,
oh yeah.
what song? No, I messed up. Never mind. Okay, hold on. I have to wait for it to stop. Everybody, be quiet. You're gonna mess me up. Google, Google, stop. I feel 40 years old right now. I've never felt so old in my entire life. Hold on. Okay. Hey Google, what album had the song "Dark Side of Me" from Coheed and Cambria?
Sorry, I don't understand.
It's okay. Have a good night. Thank you.
Is that the band that does Welcome Home?
Yes, that is the
Yeah.
band. Yes,
Dun,
that is the
dun,
band.
dun, 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 dun. That's a
Yes.
fun song to
That song
play.
is fun. That
Yeah,
song is
yeah,
fun.
my cousin James
Yeah.
loves that song.
I thought I recognized the name. I was like, wait, is that who I'm thinking of? Yeah.
If you
How do you
guys,
think I feel with you guys? I don't know what half the people you're talking to.
So with all the bands that I listen to, like, so if we're looking at my favorite bands, I pretty much know who most of them are. But like after that, like for a long time, I didn't know Chester Bennington was Chester Bennington.
of course,
Like
yeah.
for the, like I just didn't like I just knew Linkin Park. And
Yeah.
oh yeah, Chester's like a great singer, and I'm like, who? Chester,
Well, I mean, let's see.
the lead singer. I'm like, oh right. And then oh, Mike Shinoda, he's a good rapper. Huh?
Who's Mike
Mike,
Shinoda?
Mike,
Yeah.
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 And then like for a System of a Down, like not knowing Serge and Darren, like I just
Well, in any form of media, in any form of art, in any sort of hobby, there's gatekeeping, right? There's always gonna be gatekeepers.
oh yeah.
I'm
Mhm.
into a lot of stuff. Dewey's into a lot of stuff. Matt, you're into a lot of stuff. Like that's just the way it goes, right? Like we're very multifaceted individuals. I like to believe.
Mhm.
What an ego stroke I just gave all three of us. But anyways, what I'm saying is just like when it comes to being involved in something, not just like I like this thing, but I'm involved. I'm going to shows. I'm reading the
Yeah.
articles. I'm watching the videos. I'm practicing the music and so on and so forth. The metal community has the worst gatekeepers of all time.
Yeah.
The metal, not even the. I'm not saying rock. I'm saying metal. All right, hardcore music in general. Just like hardcore music in general, right?
Yeah.
Like the gatekeeping is crazy. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it's impossible to be politically accurate about everything in music right now. I know I know that doesn't make any sense, but I'm trying to say,
Absolutely.
it's impossible to be completely accurate about music right now. Is what I'm saying, right? Because it's
Yeah.
like, how am I gonna remember all these names, all these people, what bands they were a part of, where they came from, so on and so forth. So this is what I said, like,
Yeah.
look, one band at a time, one individual member
Oh
at a
yeah.
time. It's too hard to know everything and anything unless actually you really are about that life. But the problem is, once you become about that life, you have to be humble enough to be like, okay, not everyone's gonna know actually the first band that Frank Iero was a part of before he became a part of it, and MCR.
You know, like, oh, name 3 songs or
Oh,
some
because you're wearing
stuff
the
like
shirt. Because you're wearing the shirt. Because you're wearing the shirt.
like
Yeah.
I know like people that like wear Metallica t-shirts, like they don't know who James Hetfield is. Like they don't, and
Yeah.
it's complete. It's, you know what? At first, I used to be that guy, like, oh, like
I was too.
you
I was
don't,
too. 100%.
yeah, like, oh, you don't like Slipknot. Like, okay, like, what do you think of Corey Taylor? And it's
Yeah.
like they would look at me
Who's Corey Taylor? Yeah.
like, or like when somebody like oh yeah, I love Stone Sour, they're a great band, but like if they didn't listen to Slipknot, that was like another thing too. I had like,
Yeah,
oh, you
that's
listen to
interesting.
Stones,
That's an interesting
like
fact. That's always very interesting to me when that happens.
like you don't like, okay, you listen to Stone Sour, but you don't know who Corey Taylor is, and you don't know that he is also the lead singer for Slipknot. I used to be that guy.
Yeah, of
I would
course.
like to
Now
talk.
it's like,
I said I would like to talk to the guy who knows Stone Sour before Slipknoot. I would like
Yeah,
to know what they.
that's always an
yeah.
interesting. That's always an interesting. That's always an interesting take for me when everyone's just like, "Man, I love them crooked vultures." I'm like, "Oh, so you listen to the Foo Fighters?" And they're just like, "Who the hell's the Foo Fighters?" I'm like, "Wait,
Yeah.
how?" I'm like, "Wait, how?" Like that's a super group based. They've put the group together.
Dude, for the longest time, I did not know that Dave Grohl was in Nirvana for the
Okay,
longest time.
as someone who's actually that's like my number 2 favorite band of all time. Well, okay, number 1 and number 2 don't actually have a place of like what's better and worse. Like they're tied, but like Foo Fighters is my favorite band of all time. It's funny to me when I meet these kids. They're just like, man, I love Nirvana. I'm like, have you ever tried Foo Fighters? And they're just like, who the hell is Foo Fighters? I'm like, oh,
yeah.
I'm like, oh, and I'm just like, oh, well, the drummer from Nirvana went on to make his own band, and it was called the Foo
Mhm.
Fighters. And they're just like, that's
Yeah.
weird. He's probably not that good. And I'm like, yeah, sure. I'm like, yeah, sure. I'm like, yeah, sure. He's not that good. I mean, Jesus, only the most influential, only most, only the most influential rock band of the early to mid 2000s that actually was helpful in the alternative rock scene.
Yeah.
Just saying.
What were you saying?
No, what are you saying? No, I was gonna say like only the nicest guy that's in like the music industry, except for one incident we're not going to talk about right now, but that's beside the point.
Fact, he played the
No.
devil in The Pick of Destiny.
There's an alternative version of Welcome Home that was actually rewritten by Clown from Slipknot. Yeah, it's really
Did
good.
not know that.
It's really good.
Did
It's
not
really
know that.
good. Like,
Huh.
it's really good, and it's not performed by him, but it's like rewritten and it's like actually reproduced. It's actually really
Huh.
good. It's really cool.
I'm gonna have to listen to that.
I got too excited.
Dude, speaking of Slipknot and Foo Fighters, did you guys hear the song? I forget the name of it, but it was Corey Taylor, Dave Grohl,
From Cant to
some
Cant.
other.
From Cant to
Yes,
Cant. Yes.
dude, that's
Sound
a freaking
City.
great. I don't know if that's a cover.
I think it's an
or
original. I think it's an original.
it's a freaking good song.
All right, wait, hold on, Matt. I'm so glad you actually know what that song is because no one actually knows this reference I'm about to make. Dewey, when we're recording videos and like we're about to like start a podcast, you might hear me say like, it's like baseball. It's a bunch of high energy than absolutely nothing. Corey Taylor actually said that once, but he actually said that in the booth getting ready to sing that song.
Oh, now I gotta hear.
Yeah, because I watched Sound City. I actually watched Sound City, the documentary into that movie, and when he was actually getting ready to sing that song, I was like, it's like baseball, a bunch of high energy than absolutely nothing. I actually quote Corey Taylor from that like multiple times. Whenever I'm doing like things, like I'm producing something, or I'm getting ready to do something, and the energy levels are like this, where it's like
Yeah.
going up and down, up and down, up and down. That's how I feel, and like that just has stuck with me forever. But that song
Yeah.
is. But for the viewers at home, if you're gonna listen to
Yeah,
any
Martin.
music, if you're gonna listen to any music today, after you watch this episode or listen to this episode, go ahead and listen to the Sound City album because that whole album. But Corey Taylor's song on that whole album is absolutely incredible. Like that was
Yeah.
also that was before the voice change. Just saying.
Yeah. Man, Corey Taylor, he's definitely. Is he my favorite? He's one of my favorite vocalists. I just think his ability to go from clean singing to screaming is just like awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. His voice is still incredible. I don't care what no one says.
Oh, yeah.
His voice is still incredible. But like the voice change is different.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I've seen Slipknot twice.
Oh, I'm jealous. I'm so jealous. That's on my bucket list.
So the first time I seen them was before COVID. This was 2019.
Nice.
Mhm.
Perfect.
Second time I seen them was after COVID. This was in 22.
Oh.
There was a huge difference in Corey Taylor's voice.
Yeah.
And the reason is because when I seen them the second time, he had just quit smoking.
Mm.
And dude, he sounded like, so when I seen them the first time, he sounded great, but the second time sounded even better, which I was not expecting. I thought going into it, like, okay, it's probably going to be like the first show, which I would be okay with. But seeing them a second time was like, it just freaked me out.
The way I heard that, I don't know why my brain was just like, are you saying he sounded better because he was smoking? I was just like, I wish.
That's kind of famous.
I will say though, All Hope Is Gone, his voice was pretty raw on that album
It was,
because
yeah.
of all
It was,
the
yeah.
because of all the because
The
after
drugs.
All Hope Is gone, he sobered up and his voice became more clearer,
Yeah.
right?
The Great Chapter.
But-
The Great Chapter was a great. The Great Chapter. I will hold it down. That was a great his.
Dude,
voice.
that's a very underrated. So
Yeah,
when
no,
you
no.
look at, so to me, they have been in the, because to me, they're still in the Gray Chapter. You know what I mean? Like if you look at the Gray Chapter, We Are Not Your Kind, and The End So Far, to me, it's like very, like not the same album, but they felt like the elements and like the production and all of that. Like, but the Gray Chapter. So I think, because that's 3 albums that they've done like in 10 years, right? Or something like that.
Yeah.
So my favorite is We Are Not Your Kind, but I think the Gray Chapter is very underrated. It's not talked about enough.
It is. Also,
It's not
I mean,
to me, that's a 0 skip album. Like I could listen to every song.
this girl, we were friends, and she was just like, oh, my favorite band of all time is Slipknot, and I was like, who the hell is Slipknot? And she's like, really? She's like, really? And she's like, really? I'm like, yeah, I don't know who that is. And like, unbeknownst to her, I've heard Slipknot songs. I physically saw Slipknot, not like in concert, but I saw them on TV shows and like movies, and they were at the MTV Awards and stuff like that. Had no clear idea what they were called, and I just didn't know who they were.
Oh yeah.
And that was Slipknot, right? And then like I got to the truth, it was crazy because like me and that girl were friends. Then Paul died And then the Great Chapter came out, and like the Great Chapter was a very sentimental album to me because like when the Great Chapter came out, I was going through like a lot of craziness in my life at the time, and I mean I was listening to a lot of different things and watching a lot of different shows and movies, but like that was the soundtrack for like that era when my grandfather died, so like that. So the intro to the album, without spoiling it for anybody at home, or Dewey if you want to listen to it, actually that song really does that opening song kills every single time.
Yeah, from start to finish. I mean, that is a great album,
It's a
and the
yeah.
riffs, everything about it.
What song? Wait, what song is it again? We could hear Clown going. Okay, so we're gonna go.
Custer. Dude,
Going
it's
back to Luke,
yeah.
going back to my friend Luke. My friend Luke did not like Slipknot, but he heard that song. He's just like, I'm gonna learn that riff.
I learned that one a while back ago. It's simple, but it's so fun to play. And like it's funny how because when you hear I mean, I'm assuming that's how the riff was created, was just Clown being like da, 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 da. Oh yeah, there it is. And then Jim and Mick were like, do that again. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we got it. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Dude, they're freaking uh Jim and Mick, I feel like they're not talked about enough as guitarists. Like those guys are freaking absolute riff machines. Like I don't know if you've seen it. I think you did Gematria. Oh my god, that song. Just the intro riff.
Yeah.
Like it felt like because there's a video of Mick Thompson recording it and it's all downpicked and like playing that all like it's like like Metallica, like their hardest song is like Master of Puppets because of the insane
Yeah.
downpick. Okay, I'm gonna say Gematria from Slipknot is one of their most toughest riffs.
I never would have known that actually.
And like not so much like the fretting hand, but the picking hand, because it's all downpicked. It's just
Yeah.
all and it's like a 6.5 minute song.
Because they're all absolute psychos. Because they're all absolute psychos.
100%.
Oh, you want to
Listen.
learn this? Oh, you want to learn this?
Yeah.
You know what? I think Corey Taylor would have been a great calypso for Twisted Metal.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
Whole band just having their own music for that game, for Twisted Metal game. Oh my god.
Oh, dude, freaking! Have you guys played the newer Doom games?
No, I haven't.
What?
No, I haven't played it.
So they rebooted the series about was it 10 years ago or 12 years ago?
Oh yeah, I remember. I played.
One of the best things about that game is the soundtrack because it's just full on metal.
Yes.
They had this one guy do all the riffs, well, all the music. I keep forgetting his name. I think it's Mark something. 7 8-string guitars, stupid tunings, stupid riffs. And the new Doom game that came out last May, they switched to a different. It was like not just one specific guitar, like actual band. Again, still killer. So if you guys ever want to hear good music while playing a video game, I highly suggest like play Doom.
I've actually never played any of the Doom games, not even the original.
Doom games are fun.
I've never played any of the Doom games.
And you're gonna play Guitar Man too.
In the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I'm like, wait, let me pull up the tabs. Which song was this?
Wait, so it's actually wait. So actually, I'm playing the game with no music, and then actually you're playing like as I'm playing.
That would actually be good.
That would be so annoying. That would be so annoying.
You're
like, hold on,
the game.
Wait, I messed up.
No, because this is the thing. If I'll die multiple times, but also I'll sit there for an hour just going like, oh, let me just look around the map a little bit. This map's so pretty.
And then I'm just
because I'm that guy. No, because like, listen, I'm that guy when I play. I'm that guy when I play video games. Just like, wow, the landscape is so pretty.
You want to explore?
Oh my god! Like, oh, let me look this way. Let me go over here. Hold on, side quest. Yeah. It's like I just imagine Matt's just sitting there like,
yeah.
Doom would be fun.
I'm just like, just finish this level, Brandon, so we can get to the loading screen.
Brandon, get to the loading screen. Brandon, for the love of God, I have to pee. For the love of God, I have to pee, please. Just kind of switch gears for a second, actually. So, how'd the last fight go, in your opinion?
Man, so last fight, I unfortunately ended up losing via decision. But it was a crazy fight. I mean, from start to finish, fought very, very tough dude. It was. I mean, I don't know if you. I posted a clip of it on my Instagram, but
I saw the clips. Yeah.
it was just. I mean, from start to finish. I mean, the best way I could describe it, it was just like a car crash. Just it was just chaotic from start to finish.
Yeah.
I had my moments, but ultimately he did enough to get the decision. So I mean, it
Yeah.
is what it is.
That's cool.
But it was a lot of fun, man. If I'm being honest, like it was my first time fighting outside of not outside of Houston, but my first time fighting in San Antonio.
Mhm.
Um, Fought in a freaking awesome venue. Um, I remember when they called my name because when I got to the venue, the fighters have to go in from the back, and so I go in the back and like I can't. It's my first time there, and like I remember Googling what had what it looked like, but again, I didn't know what it truly was like being there. So I
Hmm.
got there, I'm in the back, but again, I don't know what it's like. So they call my name, and there's an area where you wait by the entrance. And I just remember looking, like I was able to look behind the curtain, and like I'm just like it was like, okay, this is awesome. This is freaking killer. And crazy story actually. So I ended up so I was gonna be I was fighting on the prelims, but then uh after I weighed in, the promoter walked up to me and he's like, "Hey, a fight just got scratched off, so I'm going to do you this favor. I'm going to put you on the main card, and you'll be the first fight on the main card."
That's amazing.
And I
That's
just
amazing.
like my dad was with me, and my me and my dad were just kind of looking at each other, kind of like in shock,
Wow.
because when you're on the main card, that means your fight's going to be on UFC Fight Pass, and so yeah, I mean, despite, you know, the fact that I lost, I fought on the main card, first fight, UFC Fight Pass. It ended up being a great fight from start to finish. Um, yeah, it was like I don't regret anything. I like if if you were to ask me like, oh, like which fight would I recommend you watching of myself, like that one, because it's like just it was just a fun fight. Like a lot of crazy shit happened during that fight. Yeah, yeah, it
Well, it's
was it
funny.
was a good experience.
It's it's funny that you bring up the idea of like a car crash, right? Because like there's sort of like that mentality of like you cannot not look away from a car crash. So when you
Hmm.
think about it that way, it's captivating to see a car crash even happen because like whether or not like anybody got injured or not, whether anybody actually got hurt or even death may have come, like the idea is like
Hmm.
seeing a car crash in its entirety is like really captivating in the sense of where it's like I've like seen car crashes in my day, obviously, right? But like you can't help but like really think about like how crazy it is in detail, right? Like you think about like as you're a fighter, you probably know things that we don't know. Like you probably like have
Hmm.
watched the clip, watched it back, and saw like little things or little
Oh yeah,
moments
absolutely.
like that. But also you were physically there, so it's like you physically knew what was going on in your head. You physically knew what was happening, so on and so forth. So it's like when people say like, "Oh, it was a car accident," I kind of tell people like, "What kind of car accident are we talking about? Like we talking about like it was terrible? Or we talking about like it was just like, oh man, it was a car
Like a
crash. It was
no.
surreal. It was surreal. You know what I mean?"
Mhm. Yeah, no, it was definitely it was a crazy fight. And like I said, I mean the guy that I freaking because during the I dropped him in the first round, and I thought for sure that he was. So it's crazy if you look at the video. Um, as he was, so he was out, but then when his body hit the floor, he basically woke up.
Wow.
Um, yeah, it was just, yeah, it was a crazy fight for sure.
Yeah.
I honestly, like I enjoyed it a lot. Like it's losing is I don't like losing. It sucks. It's sad. It gets depressing, but I think for me, like looking back, I'm healthy. I didn't get seriously injured. I was able to like there's a saying like live to fight another day. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
like
Absolutely.
I was able to wake up the next day. You know, what I mean there was bruising, there was pain, but ultimately I was okay, and that's like for me that's like obviously yes, I want to win when I fight, but at the same time like my health is like number one. You
Of
know,
course, yeah, of course.
I want to be able to continue to live my life.
But like the last episode we recorded, the one that that was supposed to go up, right? We
Yeah.
talked about what happened prior to that, and like kind of go back a little bit, and you could correct me if I'm wrong. You were supposed to
Okay.
fight, then there was like the infection that you had over on your cheek, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So there was that.
Yes.
So I
Hmm.
mean, like my thing is just like, if I'm being honest with you, it was just like that happened, then this fight happened, and then this fight it came to that decision, and so on and so forth, right? My
Hmm.
question is like, my question is like, in that conversation that we had, you said like, okay, I have the infection, I'm gonna rest up, and when I go back into next year, I'm gonna immediately get back into it. The thing was, you kind of like emphasized though, in that conversation, it doesn't matter that actually this didn't happen. It matters that actually I'm gonna be able to go back. So when you talk about being like
Oh yeah.
when you talk about like literally being a trooper and you live to fight another day, I hope you
Hmm.
know. I hope you saw what I did there. But like,
Yeah.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's one of those situations where it's like I'm kind of glad I actually am. I'm kind of glad I kind of like went through it because like I'm able to go into the next one.
100%.
I'm able to go into the next
Yes.
one. You know what I mean? So it's crazy because
Yeah. It
like,
could have been. Yeah. Could God forbid it could have been worse. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So.
and I mean also,
It,
man, I'm not saying this because we're on record right now. I'm just telling you the God's truth. If I would have had that infection, well, first of all, I'm just gonna go and just like read it back to the audience at home. The person you're supposed to fight fell off, then you had the infection,
mhm.
then this happened. I would have quit so fast. I would have dropped out so fast. I would have been so done. I would have took a hiatus, and the hiatus would have just been a lie of me saying I'm not going back and just never going back. So I applaud you for the fact that like you still are hungry enough to keep eating.
That's why I'm proud of him too, because all he's just talking about getting back up there and
Yeah.
another punch. So that's what that changes. That defines you from a competitor and a fighter.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm proud of you because you won. You may have lost by decision, but you didn't tap out. You didn't give up. And like you said, it was a car crash, and the only reason a car crash happens is when two unstoppable forces hit each other.
Yeah.
And you didn't give up. You never gave up. So I'm
Yeah.
proud of you. Brandon's proud of you. Everyone who watched you is proud of you.
Yeah.
yeah,
Let that down. You're gonna watch the replay and you're gonna say, "Oh, I should have sidestepped him." And then when you fight him again, he's gonna do the same move, and you're gonna sidestep him, and then you're gonna win.
I'm
Yeah.
also probably gonna do this just so I don't get copyright infringement. Could I use the clips from your fights to explain this to people?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, Matthew. He said yes. Go for it.
I said.
Okay, Matt. Okay, Matt. He said yes. Use all the clips.
Yes. Yes. Oh, hold on. Why is he showing every single fight? Why is he, I'm like, hold on. Hold
I
on.
want
Three
early
hours.
career. No, Matt, get
Now
all
all
early
my
career. All early
all
career.
my clips are out there to see, so that when my next fight happens, oh hey, let me look up Matt Costello. Oh shit, he did this podcast. Let me.
That's true. That's true.
Let me
Yeah,
just,
well, that's true.
that's a
Yeah.
joke.
You
It's
no,
yeah, no, they could use they could
no. I think it was also really cool. The last episode, like when we recorded the first time, you mentioned the story about how I'll let you take the helm of the ship when I said. So you talked about the story about how a man actually had gone to professional fighting, and it was his first match, and you were his first match. Can you tell the story again?
Yeah, so I had a fight. It was it was my second amateur fight, and I was fighting someone making their debut, and I could just tell that he wanted to be there, but there was a part of him that didn't want to be there. Because like this was an older guy, and the only thing he did outside of this was like a couple of jujitsu competitions, but never like actual fighting. And we come out, and the fight's going on, and I could just tell he didn't want to be there after like a minute into the first round, and I felt that. And that's like one fight that I mean, yeah, it's on my record, but that's like I'm not like, yeah, I won, but like I'm not that's a fight that I'm not going to boast about. It's not, like there are some fights that I look at, and it's like, yeah, like I beat that guy. That guy was a beast. He had these many wins or whatever. He was ranked here or there or whatever, and I was able to beat him. But like, that's one fight that you know, like it's not. I mean, it's a fight at the end of the day. I mean, I'm not like, hey, you know what? Let me climb out of the cage. I want, like, no, I can't do that, right?
I'm
But
sorry, man.
yeah,
I'm sorry. Don't. But if I was like, if that was my first debut match, and I seen this guy, ready to fight me, I would be worried about my life. I'm
You just-
sorry.
Oh.
I don't want to be
I'm
here
sorry.
anymore.
I would be worried about my life.
Yeah, I
I
don't want
wouldn't
to
be
be. Yeah,
nervous. He'd just be worried about his life.
I got Gypsy Kratos in front of me. I'm gonna die.
Did you guys see Kratos? I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying I got no. Like, listen to me. If I had just gotten into fighting and I saw Gypsy Kratos right in front of me, I would have been so scared.
Gypsy Kratos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, you want to know what made me laugh on that picture? Because you guys comment, both of you comment the same thing. Get him Gypsy Santa Claus. I'm like,
I forgot about that.
I'm like Gypsy Santa Claus. I mean, I guess I do.
Well, like, listen, I said that endearingly. I said that endearingly because, like, Mick Foley is Santa Claus. Mick Foley is like wrestling Santa Claus. Like, you're Gypsy and UFC Santa Claus. I'm proud of that.
It's funny. That just took me back to a story, to a moment I had with one of my students. So I teach kids kickboxing, and this was during around Christmas. And I made a joke saying how, because I mean they're kids and they act up all the time, and so I remember walking away. I'm like, I didn't say this, but this is basically what I meant. But like, you ain't getting shit for Christmas, kid.
Oh my
He's
god.
like,
Oh my
but,
god.
but that's not the word that I said. I didn't say that. I said, hey, you ain't getting nothing for Christmas. But that's basically what I meant.
Yeah.
And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, Psh, dude, I got your note. You're not getting anything. He's like,
Oh.
what do you? I'm like, yeah, you ain't. Yeah, who do you?
Yeah,
When I'm not here, what do you think I'm doing? He's like, you're not Santa Claus. You're too skinny.
Oh.
I'm like,
Oh. Oh. Oh.
and I'm like, oh, I've been dieting. I've been.
Oh. Thank God.
Yeah.
Kid low key made your day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that was just really funny.
You can't be Santa Claus. You're skinny. Like, oh, thank
Yeah.
you. Oh, thank
Yeah.
you. Oh.
And then like another kid next to him was like, well, if you're Santa, then how come your beard is black? And I'm like, I dyed it.
Yeah, I have to keep. Yeah, I have to like
Yeah.
have to keep a thing going all year round.
Yeah. He's like, well, and then I think another kid was like, well, how are you gonna? I don't have a chimney, so like, how are you? I'm like, I'll figure it out. And then I just like I stood real quiet after that.
I mean, my first response would be like, if you think I can get through a chimney, how else do you think I can get through your house? I don't just need a chimney. If I can get through a chimney, I can get through anything.
Yeah.
I just imagine the kids have to picture themselves. How the hell are we gonna dodge Santa's punches?
Yes.
We can't, or he's gonna get mad.
Yeah. I just like the universe I like the universe we're building where like this like Matthew is Santa Claus and like he just all year round like aside from the Christmas season he just likes fighting people.
I just people.
He just likes
I just
fighting.
fight people.
Yeah.
From like January to freaking October.
Yeah,
I'm
he
just
just
fighting.
starts
Once it's
swinging.
November,
He just-
see you guys.
He just starts because like from like January all the way to November all the way to like just October he just swings. He just swings and
That's
just
it.
fights and just kills people. And then just as soon as November hits, it's just like, wow, there's peace in the universe again.
Dude, so I did this thing where there was this one kid. He's Mexican, but he has like a real like heavy so like he speaks English. I mean, it's not his first language, but like he speaks it.
Heavy accent, yeah.
And so I don't know. I can't remember how it came up, but I just remember I basically said I was The Rock. And the kid, he looks at me. Oh, how am I gonna be able to do this? No, you're not.
No, you're not.
Hold on.
No, you're not.
Hold on. Don't look what he says. If you're The Rock, why are you so white? And I'm like,
Smart kid. It's a smart kid. That's a smart kid.
I'm like, no. Listen, I am The Rock, and I do this. I do the eyebrow raise. He loses it. He's like legit freaking out.
Oh,
Yeah, that was funny. That was a great
awesome.
moment.
Man,
Yeah.
I would have loved to have I would have loved to have had you as my teacher. This is awesome.
Dude, it's funny. Like a lot of people, are like, oh, you teach kids how to fight, and I'm like, no, I fight the kids, and I just make jokes with them. I get a pole noodle, and I just smack them with it when the hands are down.
Yeah,
That's it.
amazing.
There's like we have like this little yoga ball, and I just throw it at them when they're not looking, knock them down like bowling pins. And it's like, yeah, that's what I, you know,
It's just the
that's
kids
what
that,
you're
for how long do you usually have them for? Like in a day?
just for. So I teach kids class Monday through Friday at 5 o'clock. It's only for an hour,
Okay,
and then
so for like
Saturday,
1 hour, so for 1 hour a day, these parents trust their child with you.
pretty much,
Like
yeah.
for like
And you want to know
they
what's
have
funny?
full faith. They have
Yeah,
full faith.
We're all
so
overhead.
they're there. So,
Good.
so I mean, all jokes aside, yes, I am teaching them technique. I'm teaching them how to fight, do all these
Of
things. But
course,
at the
yeah.
same time, like I'm having fun. Like I'm sweeping them. Like when they're not looking, I'm just kicking their leg because it's like it's fun. But what's really cool is that the parents are like super. Like the parents will laugh about it. Like sometimes the parents will stay, and sometimes I'll just like do something, and they just laugh. It's
It's
like
funny.
they're really.
It's
It's
funny.
listen. I swear this is not child abuse.
Great way to start it, by the way.
there was
Great way to
this
start a
one there
combo.
was this one
Put the
kid I
warning.
used
Put
to
the warning.
teach.
Warning.
He walks up behind me and he kicks the crap out of my leg, and he doesn't have equipment on, so I felt his full-on shin just kick the back of my leg, and I turn around and I'm like, dude, like, what are you doing? And then he does it again. I caught his kick and then I swept him, and he basically did a backflip and landed. His dad was there.
Oh.
His dad was laughing. And and the
Good.
kid, he's just on the floor, and I'm like, "Are you gonna stop?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll stop." I'm like, "Okay, good."
I think that's why he was laughing.
Yeah,
Good. Look, I don't care what no one says. Like I don't care what no one says. Like, look, Matt, these kids are gonna remember this stuff, and like this is gonna be some of the best days of their life with you in that
yeah,
studio and like in the dojo, in the studio, whatever you want to call it. Like
yeah.
they're gonna learn so many valuable things, and like I tell people all the time because like people say like, oh, these after school people aren't like teachers and stuff like that. Like, no, they are. I don't care what anyone says. Like, you're a teacher, man. Like that through and through. And the way you're describing it, the way you're talking about it, like it just proves actually how good of a teacher you are because you're able to identify with the kids and have fun with the kids and the parents stuff like that, right? But like the thing is, it's like this time period with these kids that you have, they're gonna remember the stuff. It's gonna be some of the best days of their life.
Dude, I love teaching the kids. Like it. So I don't have kids of my own, but like when I teach the kids class, like those are my kids. You know what I mean?
Of
Like
course, it's the best way to do it.
it's that's how I treat them. That's how I treat them, and it's like I make sure that I do everything in my power to teach them that. Like I don't want to miss. So when it comes to being a coach, I don't want to like I don't want to lead anyone astray, right? Like
Of
I
course,
want to make sure that I'm teaching. Like I teach everyone what I've been taught and what I continue to be taught. I don't want to show something just because it looks cool. I don't want to show something because it's like fun. Like I do everything in my power to like teach the proper things so that if these kids, even my adults that I teach, like if they wanted to fight, they're capable. If they had to defend themselves, they're capable. When it comes to their sparring, I have confidence in them, and I know that they're going to do the proper things. So yeah,
this is awesome. This is awesome. Would you
That's a great.
say? Would you say that as a teacher, it's made you a better fighter?
absolutely, dude. Like teaching, like just different people, kids, adults. It's definitely made me a better fighter because, like, because when you start off, everyone is telling you like, hey, don't do this, do that instead. When you punch, make sure you're not lifting your chin because if you do, you'll get knocked out and that kind of thing. And at first, it's kind of like, okay, I hear what you're saying, but like at the same time, you're because like as a beginner, your brain can't. It's fighting, right?
Of course.
But then when I became a coach, everything started to click, and I was like, oh, this is why my coach tells me what he tells me. It makes a lot of sense now.
Of course.
you
Of course.
know
Yeah.
so yeah, being a coach definitely made me a better fighter for sure. I would say that.
Now, would you say that actually you being a teacher has made you a better person in terms of life lessons?
Dude, absolutely. Like it's weird, like so like I said, like I don't have kids of my own, right? But because I teach kids, it's weird, like, because when I first started teaching, I didn't start teaching kids till like after a couple years. I started off with adults, but like teaching kids was like it scared me because it's like I didn't know, I didn't have like, you know, like the discipline or the like just being able to like I remember asking one of my friends. She teaches kids jujitsu, and I asked for her advice. Like, hey, like, what advice can you give me on teaching kids? I've never taught kids before. Like, what do I do? How hard can I be on them? You know. And then she said, don't allow them to control you. And then I was like,
Wow.
okay. And but then after so many years, like I understood that now. So yeah, like being able to like teach kids and like like disciplining
That's impressive.
them when
That's
I
very
have to.
impressive.
Yeah, and like yeah, it's definitely made me a better person. It's weird. I read like I read this somewhere and it just really hit me hard when I read it. You are the person that it's going to be really hard for me to because it was very specific how it was said, but you are the person that basically who you are now, that's who you would have liked your hero to been when you were little.
Basically, you have to be the person you wanted to be when you were younger.
Yeah, so like
It's a
like
fact. It's a fact.
I so like when I teach these kids, like this is who I would want to teach me if I was 7 or 8 years old.
That's beautiful, man.
You know what I mean?
Matthew, that's absolutely
So
beautiful. I love that.
yeah.
And I
Mhm.
mean,
So
I can imagine, like to them, like you're a superhero, you're the Incredible Hulk, you're Superman. Like
yeah.
it's, I can imagine like how cool it is to actually have a teacher. Because like, look, I went to Tiger Showman's, which was a chain in New Jersey of like a martial arts studio. It was like mixed martial arts, right? And like I did that for like I don't know 6 months. I was a baby, and like, look, if you tell me right now to do anything that I've learned in that studio, I might be able to remember it, maybe. But I remember Mike, like one of the instructors, one of the teachers. Mike was incredible because he was just a cool dude. He was funny, and like there was a bunch of like there was a bunch of teachers who were like serious and to the point, so on and so forth. And there was another female teacher. She was awesome too. But like Mike, he was just a cool dude. He was normal and stuff like that. Like to me, like that guy was a superhero. Like I wanted to
Mhm.
be like him and stuff like that. So like this is why I said earlier, like look, these teachers of America, these teachers in any way, shape, or form teaching anything, especially the adolescents, like look, these kids are gonna like remember this stuff whether you like it or not. So like how you carry yourself in this moment, how you carry yourself going through, it's a big deal. And like look, I'll be honest with you, you peeled back a lot of your skin. I'll peel back my skin for 1 second, just 1 second. When I was a teacher working at the program that I was working at, I wish somebody would have told me in the beginning of my career, like, hey, don't allow them to control you. But I also did that a little bit, mostly because like I realized who my audience and who my students were, and like the places and the people, places, and things that they were into. They didn't have any control over what they were doing. They didn't have any sort of reliable resource or thing or person or place to like allow
Mhm.
themselves to be themselves and actually have a comfortable space and a therapeutic environment to actually be who they were and actually have fun and enjoy this. Because like I think I relate a lot to what you're saying when you say like I make it fun, but I don't do something because it's strictly fun. I think it's like if you make something enjoyable enough, not fun but
Oh yeah.
enjoyable enough,
Mhm.
people will learn that thing way quicker.
100%.
And I dare say, like, look, the stuff you're teaching these kids, adults need that too.
How can I put this? Like I've met a lot of people like after doing a couple months of Muay Thai, it really just improved their lifestyle and it just improved who they were as a person.
Is there anything you want to say to people at home who want to get into like mixed martial arts, professional fighting, or even just in general get in shape or stay well? What would you
Yeah.
recommend to them, and what would you like to say to them?
If you're someone that wants to get into mixed martial arts, right? I mean, people do it for different reasons. Here's what I'm gonna say: if you're gonna do it because you want to, obviously. Um, you you have to make sure that the gym has like a good structure. That's something I'm very big on is like structure. So like I'm not gonna say any. I'm not going to mention any gym names, but there's a lot of gyms here that unfortunately are just taking money from people and just not, you know, teaching the proper things and getting taken advantage of. And so if you're someone that wants to do mixed martial arts, I mean, Google is going to be your best friend, wherever you're at, you know, Google MMA gyms or jiu-jitsu gyms, Muay Thai gyms, whatever. Look at the reviews, read them, try a class, and ultimately, it's all going to come down to just how you feel. So, like, if you really like that gym, you're probably going to join that gym. And then after that, man, just enjoy the journey. If there's something that I wish somebody would have told me early on, is just like, don't try to rush into things. Enjoy it, have fun, let things come. Um, if you end up doing mixed martial arts, it's going to be, it doesn't matter if you do it to fight or if you do it just for fun. It's something that's going to be a part of your life after that. Like, un, unless if because people get discouraged. That's another thing too. If if the first couple weeks, the first couple months, feel like if you feel like there's no improvement, if you feel like you're not getting anywhere, just trust the process. Like,
That's right.
don't quit.
That's
Like,
right.
don't like
That's right.
if a month, 2 months go by and you feel like nothing's really happening, like, just trust the process.
That's right. Listen.
Because
Listen.
just because if you give up now, who knows what would have happened if you just would have gave it a couple more days, a couple more weeks. You know what I mean? So find a good gym, um, and just take your time. Take your time. Let things come. If nothing is happening right away, it's okay. That's fine. Everyone is different. I've seen people get really good really fast, and I've seen people get good, but it took them a long time to get good. You know what I mean? So don't get super discouraged if, like, even if you're 6 months in, 6 months in, and it's like
Nice.
you're struggling with something, don't worry about it.
I
Just
like
trust the
that.
process. Same thing with weight loss. Like, if you're someone that's doing it to lose weight, I mean, nutrition is going to be number one. But at the same time, like, if you're not seeing anything on this, like, if the scale is not changing overnight, don't worry. Again, just trust the process. And yeah, and just overall have fun. Um, yeah, that's what I would. That's the advice that I would give.
I
You
like
know,
that. I like that.
find a good gym. Make sure it's a good gym. Try it out. If you like it, join it. Um, trust the process. And yeah,
I like that. I like
yeah,
I
that.
like that a lot too. Find the right gym, make the right friends, and they'll be able to push you too.
That's right.
yeah,
That's right.
100%.
Well, Matthew, it was great having you on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. This was a lot of fun.
To everybody at home, this is a good day for bad audio. I hope you all have an amazing day. I was your host, Brando Mitchell, alongside with
You do, Nick.
yes, and thank you. Have a nice day.